Well, it's our lucky day. We got a box here, big box, big long box. Remember the good old days when you could get a package shipped to you that didn't have a footprint or a big tear in it or the side ripped open or stuff falling out? Man, nothing like the good old days. So this ought to be our order of wood. Sorry about moving the camera around. And let's see if we can cut into it here and see what we got. Lots of paper. Lots of balled up paper. Be careful, there's pieces of wood in that balled up paper. Well, looks like it's a door hinge pillar, looks like. For the front, it's got a part number on it. Nice looking piece of wood. Would have taken me a while to make that. Oh, let's see. Oh, look, we got another one here. Must be the other side. And we got some. It looks like part of the rear quarter elbow. What else we got here? Those go in the front. I know where those go. Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, we got, this is a three-piece block set that goes on that rear bulkhead that we're working on. And I'm waving all this stuff around here. I don't know if you can see it or not because I'm not paying attention to the camera. But here we go, three-piece block set, and pretty good looking latch pillar. Another three-piece block set. Okay, that goes the rocker rail, yep, under the top there. Okay, nice curved piece, all pre-drilled, pre-countersunk. Man, that's half the battle. We got down in here, there's these little corners, supports to go in the back corner. Let's see. I believe this is that piece of wood that I was curious about. It goes in the rear. Let's see, I get in front of the camera again here. And there's the piece that was in there. And there's the piece they sent me. I guess I would have expected that piece to be as wide as the bottom of the pan, but apparently it's not. But the new piece is a bit taller, and that's going to allow for those screws to come in the backside and hold it to the rear bulkhead. Let's see. Oh, we got this little piece here, goes at the top of the, it ain't little, goes to the top of the rear bulkhead. We needed that. Another rocker rail. We got that. Really, the two, I piled all this stuff in here, make a mess. The two pieces that I needed the most were a little hard to put this on camera, but these are the main rails that go across the bottom, and that's a nice looking piece. Certainly not anything like what I had in there now. And the key to all of that is that these pieces here, I don't know if I'm going the right way. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see if I got the other one. Maybe I got the right one. I don't know. But what I believe is that these pieces overlap when they're put together. So that's going to be important that we get all of that right. And a lot easier to buy this stuff already done than it is to try to figure out how to make it yourself. That's for sure. We've gone ahead and stained most of these new pieces of wood that we got. Sort of grabbed the wrong can of stain, and we got dark walnut instead of black, which is what I was going to use. But no worries, we got some stain on it just to preserve the wood, and I am going to have to put some thought into this. I kind of like that dark walnut look, but not really what it's supposed to be. What I read, you know, matte black is the color, so I may see if I can put a coat of black stain over the walnut, or just get some Semi-Gloss spray and paint them that away. We'll see. The other thing is that I've gone ahead and done is put this rear top rail on the rear bulkhead, and kind of got it screwed into place, put the tack strip on the bottom. I assume that's the tack strip. And I've got this 3-piece kit that goes over here on the side, and I'm trying to work out how that goes. I'm not really seeing, I mean, I can pretty much guess that this piece goes here, but the other two pieces, I'm going to have to figure that out. And I'm also going to have to change the color of this top rail to whatever. I was just going to put a coat of clear urethane over that, but I think the whole idea is that you really don't want to promote the fact that half of your car is made out of wood, so matte black kind of hides that. So we'll probably do that, and we can take this off easy enough and paint it. But that's what we've done so far, and we'll get this stuff kind of moving along here and see if we can put some of it in the car. We're going to start with this rear box and work our way forward. Well, I managed to figure out how the 3-piece set went. Took me a minute, but this is how it goes. I don't know, here we got a little bit of a gap here. The way that blends in to the other piece, and I don't know if we got to work that a little bit. It seems to me that that ought to come up flush there, but what do I know? So we may have to get in there with a drum sander and work that a little bit, move that piece up. It really depends on where this piece in the middle here from the iron bolts in, because that really sits on top of that. So we may kind of have to wait for that. I've already got the holes drilled, transferred from the old panel, so we should be able to fit that piece in. Just going to make that flush right there, and then it would be just a case of fitting this piece in properly. Now it fits kind of okay that way, although it doesn't really fit the way it should. I don't know why these pieces are mismatched, but you know, so it goes. I'll have to look at the other side and see. I think the other side fits a little better. I think with a little work with the drum sander there on that radius, and we'll be able to pull that up and close that gap up nice and tidy. And the other thing I'm going to do is just paint these pieces of wood satin black rather than staining. The staining process This is a little tedious, and I don't think that the paint I put on over the stain on the other pieces agrees with the stain. Seems to leave it a little on the sticky side, so we'll see how that dries up. So I think we just take some satin black and just paint the wood satin black and forget about it. That's probably the way to go. So we've taken our rear metal pan here that goes on there, and it's outside in the 97-degree temperature. We sprayed the outside surface with some truck bed liner paint, which is a little texture to it, a little thick, and hopefully that will save it for a while. Oh, anyway, you know, probably my lifetime. So we're moving on here. We'll just get some more pieces fitted up, and at some point here we'll get this thing up on the back of the vehicle. And I still got to fit that lower beam in there. Right now it's a little too wide, so I'm going to take and cut the edges down to the point where it fits in there real nice between the felts. Still got to determine which way it goes. The holes aren't on center, so we'll have to figure that out, but we'll do that. We got our pieces to fit a little better together here with a little fiddling, and I think that's going to work out for us. We still got to paint them, and again, I think the next step is to put this up on the car and see how everything fits. We did get our bottom rail fitted in there, and as I said, the holes are closer to the back than they are the front, let's say. So I don't know which way it goes. I'm going to have to set the box on the chassis and see which way the holes line up, and we'll cover that with some felt and put some screws in it and put it in. Just doing some fitting and fiddling here. I got the box set in, so I know where the baseboard goes, but we've just put our corner block in here and put a couple of screws in, and hard to put a C-clamp on a curved surface, but we got things lined a little. Our inner piece here needs a little fiddling on the radius because it's not coming in all the way here, but I run out of patience, so time to take a break. And when I come back, we'll grind the radius on the inside of this piece, get it to come out here flush, and then fit this old side piece to the block, so that, I don't know if that's a good idea or not, because the new side piece probably isn't going to have the holes in it. So if we drill holes in this block to match the old side piece, we won't be able to match the new one. So I may just leave it clamped together now that I think about it, and that's why it's time to go take a break before I do anything else stupid. Yeah, we did a little more fitting and fiddling, and put the other corner in over there on the other side, and just kind of mocking things up here to get a general sense of how it goes. I know this is kind of backwards maybe from what most people do, because most people don't have the wheel tubs in place when they start doing the woodwork. In this particular case, the wheel tubs are there, the cross beam is in, and the wood, this wood is not totally gone. It's just to the point where at this stage of the game, if you're this far in, you might as well replace it. So we're kind of building off of these old pieces, adding new pieces, and getting the thing back into shape, and then go ahead in and replace these old pieces with new pieces using the other new pieces as a baseline. So like I say, I'm sure it's backwards, sideways, but we're going to try to do it this way and see how it works out. We do have our frame in place there, and we have our lid. Don't have the 2 screws to hold the lid down, but we do have this lid in place, the original piece, and I have the piece that goes on top here, and I have these side pieces. So those pieces I have, and they should fit back in there. And we've got our metal pan to put in there yet, but we're waiting on the paint to set up for it. So we're gaining slowly, trying to get a sense for what's going on here. Gonna at some point have to paint that top rail black to match the rest of it, and we'll do that. That'll probably be tomorrow, because it's getting late.